Some photos are so disturbing that even history tried to forget them. But once you see these, you'll never unsee them. These haunting images from the past reveal moments of horror, pain, and tragedy. Each photo tells a dark story that exposes how cruel, mysterious, and chilling human history can truly be. 1. Replica dog tags, Vietnam War. And here's where it hits hard. Imagine walking past a sea of metal tags, each one representing a life snatched too soon in Vietnam. Over 1 million people didn't make it back, soldiers and civilians alike. You can almost hear the echoes of the fallen as the sun glints off each tag, cold and unyielding. 2. Filipino tribe, Coney Island Human Zoo. This one will make you rethink entertainment history. A whole tribe put on display for gawking crowds at Coney Island. They were treated like curiosities, not humans, while Western visitors laughed and pointed. Can you picture the fear in their eyes as people watched? Notebook cameras snapping. It's a raw reminder of how exploitation has been normalized. 3. Allied bombings, 1916. And just when you think war stories can't get worse, piles of shells stacked on German lines after a single day of Allied bombardment in 1916. The sheer volume is staggering. You can almost smell the cordite, feel the tremors through the ground. This isn't just history, it's chaos frozen in time. 4. Radium Girls, 1922. This part blew my mind. Young women painting luminous watch dials with radium paint, unaware it was slowly killing them. Teeth falling out, miscarriages, cancer stealing their lives, all in the name of progress. The innocence in the photo is haunting. Smiles are frozen on faces that would never live to old age. 5. Pyramid of WWI helmets, 1919. And just when it seemed over, the horror stacked itself. Literally. In New York, a pyramid of WWI helmets was built after the war ended, like a monument to all the dead. It looks almost artistic at first glance, until you remember each helmet held by a man who never returned home. Creepy, intimidating, and almost cinematic. 6. Lewis Hines photo, child laborers. And then there's the innocent stolen in plain sight. Lewis Hines' photograph shows tiny hands operating giant factory machines, little bodies hunched over work meant for adults, faces tense, eyes tired, every detail screaming exhaustion. Childhood wasn't theirs. It was claimed by industry, by survival. The weight of labor presses down from the photo. 7. Kamikaze Zero imprint, HMS Sussex, 1945. This is war etched into steel. The side of HMS Sussex still bears the scar of a Kamikaze Zero, a deadly suicide attack that killed sailors in an instant. The metal twisted, the imprint frozen like a ghostly warning. You can almost feel the impact, hear the chaos, and see the lives cut short. 8. Coal miner waiting for a shower, 1958. After hours underground covered in soot and sweat, a miner waits for a communal shower. The air smells of coal dust, grime clinging to skin. His posture is exhausted, shoulders heavy, and eyes longing for relief. Every detail of his world, dark and cramped, tells the story of a life spent in shadows. 9. Theodore J. Miller, 1,000-yard stare. Combat leaves marks you can't scrub off. Theodore J. Miller's eyes are empty, fixed on nothing. A 1,000-yard stare that says he's seen every nightmare a battlefield can produce. His jaw tight, expression frozen. This is what survival can cost. The human mind pushed to the edge, and the photo captures every raw second. 10. Chernobyl explosion, April 26, 1986. The sky glows with a radioactive dawn over Chernobyl. Buildings smolder, twisted metal gleams, and the land itself seems poisoned. A single photo captures the instant humanity stepped into one of its worst disasters. The air must have burned, silence mixed with the horror of knowing what was to come. 11. Blune Monet, imprisoned for 25 years. Here's a woman trapped not by deformity, but by family. Locked in a small room for a quarter century, Blune Monet emerged deformed and broken, her body and mind marked by decades of neglect. Her eyes tell stories of time lost, trust destroyed, and the cruel extremes humans can impose on each other. 12. Dyatlov Pass hiker's final photo, 1959. A moment frozen just before tragedy strikes. 9 hikers bundled in winter gear smile pale against the snow, unaware of the mysterious deaths awaiting them. Their posture hints at fatigue. The cold, biting skin. The photo is haunting, a snapshot of life that is about to vanish, leaving only questions and shadows. 13. Woman treated with DDT, Bergen-Belsen, 1945. Liberation didn't erase the scars. A woman, lice-infested and fragile, is doused with DDT at Bergen-Belsen. Her hair was thin, her eyes were hollow, and her body was shaking from weakness. The photograph freezes a mixture of relief and lingering horror, the moment when freedom comes wrapped in pain, cleaning away one part of unimaginable suffering. 14. 18-year-old Russian girl freed from Dachau, 1945. Youth almost stolen by cruelty, she emerges from Dachau gaunt and hollow-eyed. Her expression is a raw mixture of shock, relief, and disbelief. Every feature, from sunken cheeks to trembling hands, tells the story of imprisonment and endurance. The photograph holds her silent voice, screaming the horrors she survived. 15. Starving British POWs freed by Japanese, 1945. Weak, skeletal, yet somehow smiling, these British POWs emerge into the light after years of starvation. Their ribs show through tattered uniforms, faces pale but animated. It's a moment of paradox, relief tempered by trauma. The photo carries the weight of years lost, the strange grace of survival, and the quiet dignity of those who endured. 16. Slave freed by British sailor. Here's a moment heavy with history. A man, shackled for over 3 years, finally feels the metal chains lifted from his wrists. The British sailor's hand grips the final link, but the photo captures more than freedom. It captures the weight of cruelty, oppression, and humanity clawing back its dignity in one breath. 17. 9/11 survivors. Emerging from rubble, dust coats everything, turning the world gray and choking. 2 survivors stumble from the wreckage of the South Tower, faces streaked with ash, eyes wide with disbelief. The chaos of falling steel and screams still lingers in the air. This image is raw, a modern tragedy frozen in time, a silent scream of survival. 18. Hiroshima's nuclear shadow. A person vaporized in an instant, leaving only a silhouette burned onto the bank wall. The atomic bomb erased everything around them, yet this shadow remains, a chilling imprint of human fragility and the devastating reach of technology. The photograph is haunting, a permanent echo of horror etched into stone for eternity. 19. Motel manager pours acid, 1964. A pool meant for joy became a weapon of hate. The motel manager throws muriatic acid into the water to drive out black swimmers. The ripples spread terror, and the photograph captures the moment prejudice turns physical. Innocence and leisure were destroyed in seconds, leaving behind nothing but fear and cruelty. 20. Suicide pod invention. A sleek metallic pod waits silently. With the push of a button, nitrogen floods the chamber, and life slips away quietly. It's clinical, almost serene, yet horrifying in its purpose. A modern invention promising control over death, stripped of drama or emotion, exposing a chilling side of human ingenuity and despair. 21. Child labor. Magion Canning Company. Tiny hands grip peeling knives, small bodies bend over heavy cans, and working hours are meant for adults. 6 and 10-year-olds grind through days of exhaustion, their eyes already weary beyond their years. Every detail, the grime, the strained muscles, the concentration, screams exploitation, a stark snapshot of childhood stolen by survival and labor. 22. Lebanon. Child patients tied to radiators, 1982. Inside a psychiatric hospital, children are bound to radiators, immobile, their eyes wide with fear and confusion. The photo freezes a moment of utter helplessness. Vulnerability rendered visible, humanity ignored. It's shocking to see childhood and mental illness treated with chains and neglect rather than care or compassion. 23. Foot binding in China. Feet wrapped tight from birth until they curl painfully inward, a cultural symbol of beauty. Women hobble, bones fractured, walking on stumps of what should have been natural feet. The photograph captures both the absurdity and cruelty of tradition, a beauty standard literally built on suffering and endurance that lasts a lifetime. 24. Belgian coal miners crammed in elevators. After a day in the mines, coal-stained men squeeze into tiny, suffocating elevator cages. The air is thick, the space dark and oppressive. Every inhale tastes of dust and labor. Every moment of ascent, a reminder of exhaustion and confinement. The photograph captures the relentless grind of life underground. 25. Mary Borders, World Trade Center survivor. Amid falling debris, Mary Borders huddles in an office corner, dust coating her hair and clothes. The South Tower collapses around her, chaos and panic in every shadow. Her wide eyes and trembling hands show a survival instinct clashing with raw terror. The photo freezes that impossible moment between life and death. And that's it for some of the creepiest, most haunting images in history. Which one stuck with you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments, hit like if this gave you chills, and don't forget to subscribe for more dark, unforgettable moments from the past.